Hey y'all, I'm TU16 and this is Country Pride Videos. Hey y'all, what's the dealio? This is Tilio. Welcome back for another episode of TU16 Hardcore Survival. In the last episode, I epically failed, dying over and over and over. I completely lost all my stuff, including those awesome pumpkin seeds that we found. This map has been very generous so far. We've found a village right off the bat. I also found 3 diamonds inside the blacksmith, including an iron helmet there as well. And the iron helmet I lost, my first iron sword I lost. I even lost my map, and like I say, I lost those pumpkin seeds too. But don't worry, I have been mining like crazy since the last time you were in here. You can see I've started a perimeter wall. I'm thinking about building some kind of kingdom or village here. Really, it's going to be kind of up to y'all. If y'all want to leave a comment in the comment section below, give me an idea of something that you'd like to see me build. It's going to be kind of a community world here, or you can even jump in and play if you send me a game request. I'm sorry, I messed it up again. A friend request. My gamer tag is Tilio1650, and right now you can jump in and play. Just send me a request, or you can just watch the videos too if you want. I got a very special episode for you today. If you've watched the last 2 episodes, you've seen that I've found the skeleton spawners, one of the awesome finds that I've found really quick here in this world. And today I'm going to try and make that into a skeleton trap. And it should be just down this corridor. Nope, I'm sorry, I built this to go underneath it. Let's see if I can get up here now. There we go. Right there, that's the skelly spawner. In here I did find 3 buckets, so that was a real handy find too, because I do need to make an infinite water source. But I'm going to go ahead and start this, and it's actually, I'm going to do a pretty simple version. There's not much to it. Basically, you take out 2 blocks in every direction except for the ceiling. So that's 1 right there. I'm going to go 1 more this way, and I'm going to fill in past that where there's gaps. So you can see, like right in here, I'm going to fill all this in. Also need to dig down 2, which it looks like it's pretty well filled in all the way around it, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a couple more torches just to make sure they don't spawn on top of me while I'm trying to build this. Just for the sake of the video and trying to cut out some time, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead and show you what it's like after you mine out 2 blocks in every direction. Alright guys, and we're back. As you can see, I've cleared out this room entirely now. What you want to end up with is 4 blocks from the center point in every direction. You got 2 blocks underneath, so you can clearly walk underneath. And then I just cleared out this one right here, just so you can kind of keep a frame of reference for the center block, which is going to be directly underneath the spawner itself. And go 4 blocks in every direction, so you end up with a 9x9 room. Now this is where I originally entered from, and I'm going to go ahead and block that up. And basically when you take all these torches out of here, it's going to be pitch black dark. You don't want any kind of light source in here after you get entirely done. But what you want to do is find the side that you want to direct the skeletons into. And because I have an opening right here and I have all this gravel, I'm going to elect to go this way. And what you got to do is just take out 2 blocks. And you want to make a V pattern starting from that center block that I took out. And you want to do that in both directions. So what you're left with is a V pattern starting directly underneath that center block. And you got to want to put kind of a triangle pattern right back here in the opposite corners of where your hole is going to go. So you got a stack there and a stack there. And you want to come back here and go down 3 blocks. And go ahead and jump down in here. You want to come down 4 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And start chiseling out. You just want to go, I went 1 too many. You want to go 2. And this is going to be the collection point for your skeletons. This is where they're going to drop down into, and basically you're going to end up drowning them. And so just come out this way about 8 blocks or so. And you can go either way, it doesn't matter. I just happen to turn left because that's going to work best for me. You can go right if that's going to work better for you. Okay, so that's plenty more than 8, and don't forget to light up the area down here. You can light it up down here fine, it's not going to hurt anything. And I believe I've got a tunnel somewhere over in this direction. So you wanna build your way a secondary way out pretty quick. That way when you go to put water in there, which is what's going to flush all the skeletons down to your hole, that way you don't get trapped in there yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead to where I've got my tunnel for the way out. That way you don't have to watch me mine endlessly in case I miss it. Alright guys, we are back, and right here's where the skeletons are going to fall. It is important that you do build your second way out, and that's what I've done right here. I've built a way all the way back around to the mine shaft where I came in at it, that front corner of the skeleton spawner. And that way I got easy access to get in and out while I'm trying to get this set up. Because right here in a second we're going to release the skeletons to start spawning as soon as we get rid of our light sources. And we're going to add some water up there, so everything's going to flush down here, and you just don't want to get trapped in right here. So we're going to go ahead and build an infinite water source right over here. That way when we go to start adding the water up top, we're sure not to run out. And in case you didn't know, guys, it's real easy to make an infinite water source. You just take 2 buckets of water, make a 4x4 area like that, and just add one in that corner, and add one in the opposite corner. That way it all fills up, it gets leveled out, and then you can get as many buckets of water as you want. I'm sure most of you know this, but you know, I'm not an expert in Minecraft by any means. So in case you are new, or you happen to know even less about Minecraft than I do, which is kind of hard to believe, hopefully my little guides here will help you a little bit. But anyway, now that we've got this room all set up, make sure you don't have any gaps. And we're going to go ahead and start taking the torches off the walls. It's okay to leave the torches on the floor for the time being, but right now we need all the torches off the skeleton spawner and off the walls. That way any torches that do remain while we're trying to get our last buckets in, they'll all get washed out when we add the buckets of water. Because again, you do want this room to be completely dark. And you got to be careful. Like you see here, I just had a skeleton spawn. If you don't have it on peaceful while you're building this, then they do have a pretty high chance of spawning. So we're gonna get ready to add our water here, but I do need to place a sign here
This is going to block the water flow, and it doesn't really have to say anything in particular. I'm just gonna we'll add die skellies on here just to give them a parting wish there right before they die. So just plunk that down there, and that's going to stop the water flow so that they have the opportunity to fall. And on top of these little triangular pyramids that you built earlier, you're going to want to add one bucket of water on each side, and that water is going to flow together and push the skeletons right down into this hole, just like that. And let's see if this skeleton's going to fall. Well, he's right there. The stuff's falling. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. You know what? I think I might accidentally. I think I might have put the sign in the wrong place. Yeah, I think that sign's supposed to be up one more than where it's at, just one level higher, because they don't seem to be falling. But that's a pretty easy fix. I'm just gonna pile up here, and we'll just, if we can get these skeletons out of the way, we're gonna try to place a sign right in there. It is a lot easier to build this on peaceful, but I'm trying really hard just to keep it in hard the whole time. It just adds a bit of a challenge there. But there we go. We added the sign up. I believe that's where it needs to be. Let's see if they'll... Yeah, see, now the water's stopping before they get there. Is that going to work? And yes, there we go. He fell just like that. That's all it's going to take. So you got to be pretty quick here, guys, because as you see, the skeletons are going to keep on spawning. And all you got to do is just kind of block this area off, even if it's just temporary right now. Uh-oh, got another one. There we go. We just got to block it off. And right now, that glass is just going to shield you from their arrows. They cannot hit you. And that way you can build the rest of this while they're getting trapped behind there. So I'm just going to dig one more down here, give it us a little bit easier field of view while we're trying to attack the skeletons. Because just to start out here, we're gonna just chop them. You can make it to where it kills the skeletons automatically. Oh, and as you see right here, guys, the skeletons coming through the glass, you don't have to worry about them. That's just kind of a glitch that the game does when it gets full back in there. They'll pop out of the glass, but don't worry, it's just a glitch. They're not really coming through the glass. But eventually we will fill that up with water back behind there. Now we do have a problem with the way it is right now, because all of our loot's getting stuck back in there. But if you get 2 more buckets of water, let me clear out some of my inventory here. I'm a little too full up. Get 2 buckets of water, and we're going to have to go in the back 2 corners if we can get these skeletons out of the way. Got to try and do this with them spawning. It makes it kind of tricky. And you can see just how fast they're coming down. But right here in the corner and right here in the corner, just mine 1 block back, and then add a bucket of water in that corner and in that corner. And then you want to fill that glass back in place. Oh, got shot. And we can get back up here. If we can get back up here, die, skellies, die. There we go, die. You dirty demons. I'll break your bones and rattle your skulls. Get him, yep. Now we got to get back up there and we got to plant that glass. You can see that they do spawn at a quite fast rate, so it doesn't take long and you'll have loads of bones and arrows. Oh, I had one get past me here. Let's just take him out. Alright, we've got that shielded up, and they're coming through the glass like I was talking about, where they'll just keep getting in your way. And yeah, that's pretty much sorted. Now we're going to put a couple signs down here just to tidy all this up a little bit so we don't have that water running all over the place. Put a sign, yep, there we go. And a sign right here as well, because we're going to take out this glass. And there we go. Now we got a perfect field of view to get in there and chop them up. And we'll just keep chopping all these guys. You can see how easy it is just to get them. They can't attack you from where you're at. And that water back there is just going to make all that loot float right out to you. Now eventually I am going to make it to where it'll kill them automatically. All you really got to do for that is just put a couple of buckets of water in the top two corners. And that'll kill them automatically. But the problem with doing that is if you just put buckets of water up there, then it makes it to where you can't get the loot. Some of it will come out, but some of it will still get stuck. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting a couple of dispensers in there. And that's one problem with the way I'm doing it, guys. You see my sword just broke right there. It goes through, it ruins your sword real quick doing all that killing and chopping, and also takes a load of food. So make sure you have plenty of food with you. But as I was saying, you put a couple dispensers up top back there, and that's gonna get all of the you'll be able to turn it on and off so that when you turn it on, it floods them and drowns them, and then when you turn it off, all the loot will flow right out to you, just like it is right now. But anyway, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the TU16 Hardcore Survival. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave so down below. Also, if you like the video, please hit that like button. That really helps me out a lot. And go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to have lots more episodes coming. I'm going to have at least an episode every Saturday. And right now it's still during my kickoff week, so I'm trying to get off as at least a video a day. But that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see y'all later.